Have you ever wanted to make a professional looking video to better explain and highlight your work? Or to win a US Hoopo video competition? My name is Chad Hyer from the US Hoopo Education and Outreach Committee, and I'm here to help provide advice and tools that you can use to make an amazing video. Last year, for the US Hoopo Proteomics video competition in Portland, I created the video Bridging Omics and Function using the Iodine protein stability assay. I wanted to make a very professional looking video to showcase my work because videos are very effective tools for clearly communicating ideas and making them more accessible to a wider audience. Making videos, however, is not always easy and can take a lot of work, especially if you don't have a lot of experience. Unfortunately for me, I did not have a lot of experience going in when I made the video for the competition, so it was a bit of a steep learning curve, but I learned a lot of lessons along the way and was able to make a great video that has really helped me showcase something that I love. Today I'll share some of the lessons I learned by giving you a behind-the-scenes tour of the making of Bridging Omics and Function using the Iodine protein stability assay. This video will focus on the main aspects of video creation: content, visuals, audio, and overall editing. Included in the description of the video are the timestamps for each part, so you can skip between these parts at any time. Let's get started. Content refers to the substance of your video. What ideas are you trying to convey, and how can you best explain them to your target audience? To start off with, it is important that you identify what your idea is, what key points you want to convey about it, how in-depth you are trying to go in your presentation, how long of a video you are trying to make, who your audience is, and what your aim in making the video is. For me, I was trying to explain a new assay for measuring protein folding stability at a residue-specific level on a proteomic scale, in a way that could be readily understood by a general audience without specialized knowledge. That meant I had to use words and visuals that could readily be understood by an average person. For the competition, I was also limited to 5 minutes, so I had to focus on explaining only the most important details about the method. For those interested in learning more, I also provided resources with in-depth information so that they could do so on their own time. I also wanted my video to highlight the importance of studying proteomics from a structural perspective to encourage other researchers to do the same. So I focused my presentation on ways that the assay helped fill important research gaps and was relevant to multiple research questions. As you answer these questions when first creating your video, you should always write your ideas down as an outline and work towards writing a script and storyboard. In fact, this video you are watching started from a script that I am reading off right now. A script is very important for making sure that your video explains your idea simply and clearly within the required time frame. As a result, your script should use professional but conversational language. Do not approach writing a script like writing a journal article. Excessive use of jargon and overly complex words or sentences will make your video difficult to understand and less interesting to watch, meaning audiences will be less engaged and will end up learning less. Writing your script is also your perfect opportunity to prepare you for the dreaded "what are you researching" question you receive on a first date or at Thanksgiving. If your script is too complicated for someone at the dinner table to understand, then you need to simplify it. Now that you have a script, you're ready to start designing visuals to pair with it. The visual portion of your video is essential to engaging audiences and conveying information in an accessible format. Avoid using large amounts of words, flashy colors, or distracting visuals and animations, except in places where they are appropriate. Simple graphics are your best friends, and the fewer words you can use on screen to convey an idea, the better. Remember, you have a script and audio to help out too. For simple graphics, I love to use resources like the Noun Project or BioRender to source icons and objects that convey ideas very clearly. Just remember to use the proper attribution of any resources you use, if applicable. Regarding colors, it is generally wise to adhere to a color scheme of 3 to 4 colors. I like to use a tool called Coolers to browse color palettes. Muted colors are generally better for backgrounds or objects that do not need to stick out. Save your brighter, more vibrant colors for objects that need to stand out, because if everything stands out, nothing does. Also be mindful as you pick colors for your video. Color blindness is a common disability, so avoid combinations of red and green where it is important to distinguish between two objects. You can also make your video more accessible by giving it subtitles. For animations, remember that the eyes follow movement. Always focus on animating what is most important to be focused on at that moment. Overly complex or distracting animations take more time to make and take the attention of your audience away from the ideas you are presenting. Use animations to demonstrate logical flows, highlight important words, and transition in between ideas. For my video, I used a mix of Adobe Animate and PowerPoint. Adobe Animate is a professional animation tool that is useful for creating higher-end animations, but is not free and has a steeper learning curve. I'm not an animator, so this 20-second animation from my video took me about 20 hours to make. If you have the time or money to invest in becoming an animator, Adobe Animate or other similar tools are great options for video creation and yield the most professional looking results. For this video, however, I will focus on using PowerPoint as an animation and video creation tool. As it turns out, PowerPoint has a lot of amazing tools for making stunning animations really quickly. You can access animation options by going to the Animations tab on PowerPoint. From there, you can animate individual objects by clicking the Add Animation button. These preset animations come with a variety of functions, like controlling how an object enters or exits the slide, the object's shape, color, and size, and the movement of the object. The timing of these animations and their sequence can be controlled from the animation pane. Setting these animations to run automatically on a timeline and controlling when slides transition in the Transitions tab allows you to create a seamless animation between slides that can later be turned into a video. When you have finished creating all your animations, you can export your slideshow as a video. PowerPoint has a built-in tool for creating videos. To access this feature, you go to File, Export, and then click Create a Video. From here, I generally choose to export a full HD or Ultra HD video to maintain higher resolution and use recorded timings and narrations so that the video transitions between slides and animations correctly. Your video can also be created using a camera instead of using animations, but I will not go over this topic as I am not qualified to speak on it. Now that you have the visual portions of your video complete, you're ready to overlay your video with audio. Audio is where we get to hear your beautiful voice, or not. Informational videos can be narrated or unnarrated. Both styles can be done effectively. If you choose to have an unnarrated video and just rely on your visuals or subtitles to tell the story, you should incorporate background music into your video to fill the space. When picking background music, you should generally avoid songs that have words, distract from your visuals, or songs that you cannot legally use. When searching for songs, good genres to use as search terms are corporate, ambient, cinematic, or acoustic. These genres usually have songs that should not detract from your video. As you pick music for your video, think back to the aim of your video. If you're trying to inspire your audience, pick inspiring music. If your video is meant to be humorous and educational, you could consider more upbeat music. At the end of the day, there is not necessarily a right or wrong answer, but pick music carefully as music can play an important role in telling the right or wrong story. Good resources for finding free background music include the YouTube audio library, among others. Just be careful. Not all free music is free to use in video creation. Be sure to know where attribution is necessary and what usage licenses are used with the song you pick. Background music can also be used in a narrated video, and the same principles apply. If using background music behind narration, be careful to make sure that it does not overpower your narration or does not distract your audience from hearing what you are saying. For a narrated video, there are a variety of approaches you can take. You can record your own voice to narrate the video, or you can use text-to-speech tools to narrate it. If you use your own voice, be sure to use a high-quality microphone in a quiet room while recording. Background noise can distract the audience and will make your video less professional. Also, be sure to speak clearly and at a good pace. Pace your audio to your visuals and follow your script. If you can't fit your script to your visuals, consider adjusting your visuals rather than increasing the speed of your speaking. For voice recording, you can use a device like your phone or can use a free software like Audacity. Alternatively, you can use the narration recording feature in PowerPoint and export your audio along with your visuals. Alternatively, you can use text-to-speech tools for narration. For my video, I use an inexpensive paid service called Audiosonic that uses AI text-to-speech.
I was really impressed with how realistic it sounded.
An advantage of using text-to-speech is that it is also easier to control pacing and eliminate issues such as background noise or poor microphone quality. I'm also not a voice actor, and there is a correct way to do a voiceover. Regarding other audio in your presentation, like sound effects, they can be used humorously or to draw attention to parts of an animation. Once again, there is not one correct way of using sound effects, but always be careful to avoid distracting your audience from more important things or from using sound effects that can detract from the quality of your video. Now that you have all your audio recorded, it is time to bring all the components of your video together and edit it. For combining and editing your visual and audio components together, you can use free software like Clipchamp, among others. Here, you can bring together all your visual elements and put them onto a timeline. From there, you can attach your audio, including narration, background music, or whatever else you may have used. With your audio, be sure to adjust the volumes of any parts to make sure they have the proper balance, and make sure that your audio lines up correctly with your visuals. After all your audio and visual components have been added and synced up, you can add transitions as you like and can play with fading music in or out, among other options. Now your video is complete and is almost ready to be shared with others. Click Export and choose the highest video quality available to you. After the export is complete, be sure to watch over your entire video to make sure that everything was exported correctly and cleanly. If you notice something wrong, watch back over the video in the editor to make sure it's correct in the editor. If there aren't any problems in the editor, re-export your video to see if the problem is fixed. In conclusion, I hope that this video has been helpful for identifying good principles, practices, and tools for video creation. We've included links to the tools mentioned in the video description. We are not affiliated with any of these tools, and you are welcome to find others that you like better. This video is also by no means comprehensive, and much of video design is subjective. Making videos can take a lot of time and effort, but the effort is worth it when you make a good video. You can use a good video for a long time, and it can make your research considerably more accessible and marketable. Now that you know how to make a good video, we look forward to seeing it at our next US HUPO Proteomics video competition. For more information, you can visit this link, which is also available in the description of the video. Also, if you enjoyed our video, feel free to leave a like and share it with your friends with hashtag US HUPO Video Competition. You can also subscribe to US HUPO for more educational content. Thank you.